PK Malhotra. Shifting focus to debate 2, there is a fresh showdown in Tamil Nadu between the governor and the government. Tamil Nadu Governor RN Ravi has hit out at the DMK government and rigged up the law and order situation with a spotlight on Dalits. He claims that despite political narratives of social justice, atrocities against Dalits are on the rise in the state. He highlighted discrimination against Dalits in schools and temples, adding that only 7% of rape cases result in conviction where the victim is from the Dalit community. The DMK hit back at the governor, accusing him of spreading lies, claiming that he has proven he is an RSS ideologue. The party has reiterated its demand for RN Ravi's ouster from the post, calling his appointment a ploy to derail the work of the state. The BJP has defended the governor, calling the DMK anti-RSS and anti-Dalit, accusing Stalin of turning the governor's office into a political target just for doing its job and raising concerns. The big question that emerges now is that in this escalating tussle, who is really crossing the line?
Every other day you hear some atrocity against Dalits. Either the human feces will be put in the water tank of a Dalit colony, or he will be publicly humiliated and assaulted. The response of the law enforcement and criminal justice system is awful.
What will the governor do? He is instructed to talk what was given to him, told to him. Poor man, he is doing that. The cause for all these things is the RSS BJP.
DMK, as rightly said by Mr. Stalin, is an extended arm of Justice Party which was anti-Brahmin and anti-Dalit. What Mr. Ravi, the governor, had said is absolutely right.
Let me bring in my guests now. Narayan Tirupati, Vice President of BJP Tamil Nadu. We also have Ramaswamy Mayappan, lawyer, Jagdishwaran, political analyst, George Kurian, political analyst as well. While we look at this entire issue, one question that arises, Ramaswamy, is from Telangana to Kerala to Tamil Nadu, are the governors guilty of waging political fights with state governments when the data clearly shows otherwise in this case?
No, I think what's very strange from the political parties that are in office in Telangana, Tamil Nadu and Kerala is that historically they've had alliances at the center and they've had a smooth sailing. So they've never had any governor who's taken their office seriously and who's questioned the work done by the respective state governments. And all of a sudden, when there's a governor who's taken his job seriously, who's taken his role as the first citizen of the state, head of the state, and starts asking questions, they need to be more responsible and credible. Now, when that is lacking on their part, they find themselves at fault. 1. 2, they cannot today go and say the governor's statements made in public are all lies. These are all caught in broad done in broad daylight in camera with witnesses. Can the DMK and Tamil Nadu go ahead and say what the governor stated is untrue? That is not the case. 1. And 2, when the governor asks questions, as the head of the state, he's not only responsible for the political office that the chief minister holds, but as the head of the state, he needs to have he needs to ensure that the impression that the state creates to the entire country and the entire world, not just the first citizen.
You know, the fact is that overall, as per the data, the total crime against SCs is 17th as far as the various states and UTs in India is concerned. So is this an exaggeration or not presenting the truth?
No, see, I think the problem here is when we count rank among 29 states, we're saying we're 17th, and that is not the number. Where everyone strives to be is number 1. We have no such crime, no such atrocity. And you say we are 17th, we are better than so many other people. That is not what holds good for me. That shouldn't hold good for any citizen of the state. That shouldn't hold good for any citizen of the country. And certainly not for the office of the governor. The governor has a larger role to play. That's what the constitution calls for. And I think this governor has taken that seriously and is stipulating the constitution and is asking questions.
No, but
and if such
okay,
questions are
Jagdishwaran,
found hard
you
by
know,
the state government, I think
my question then is, Mr. Jagdishwaran, if here is the governor who is holding mirror to the government, saying that if there are atrocities against Dalits, it should be fixed, then why should it be seen as him carrying the brief of the BJP? It's about a social evil. He's talking about something that ails the society. Fix it, rather than waging a war against the governor.
Yeah, see, Governor, I think he pointed out 5 issues. One being human faces thrown in the tank in Pudukkode district in Engaivail, and Dalits are publicly humiliated and assaulted. They are not allowed in temple. There is a separate place when a child goes to Anganwadi, and the conviction rates is very poor, and the Dalit housing funds are allocated to some of the schemes. So I was interested in all this stuff, and I was reading all the things. See, number one, when he says about the Dalit being humiliated publicly, we need to go into the data. As you rightly put, the NCRB data, the latest National Crime Records Bureau data says, of all the states in India, UP leads the list of the cases, atrocities, I would say atrocities against Dalits. Then comes Madhya Pradesh, then comes Rajasthan. And even in the southern states, it was first Telangana, Andhra, Karnataka, and Tamil Nadu goes last. So my question is, I mean, I'm not denying the facts. I'm okay for the facts. But when the governor says it is only Tamil Nadu that it is happening, and he's saying BJP ruled states are much better, Modi is giving a great job. And what are these states? What is UP? Who is ruling UP? Who is ruling Madhya Pradesh? Who is ruling Rajasthan? I'm not denying the facts. Yes, there are issues. I mean, as DMK is saying, social justice.
But the atrocities against Dalits in Tamil Nadu should be an issue. Should this issue be raised by a party, not publicly by the governor? Has the governor not given an ammunition to the DMK to reduce his office to a political office? This is an issue which should be raised by the opposition. You are the opposition.
No, it's not. See, this is a social issue. Anyone has got the right to raise this issue. And the governor rightly has pinpointed that it is happening. As the head of the state, he has done it. There is nothing wrong. It is true that in this government, huge problems are happening for the Dalits. And when Mr. Stalin says that DMK is an extended arm of Justice Party, the Justice Party was anti-Brahmin, anti-Dalit. Yes, DMK is anti-Dalit. See, the thing is that we need to understand, if in UP you have got a lot of cases filed, that means the government is acting. They are booking cases. But what happened here? The excreta in a water tank of Dalits, only a small village. Till date, no one is arrested. That shows what? That shows the negligence of the government. The law, lots and lots of human walls against Dalits, discrimination walls. And also, as rightly pointed out by Jagdishwaran, in the midday meals, Anganwadi centers, and also in temples, they are not allowed. And the ministers from DMK government abusing the Dalit people. All these are happening. The government never said that it is only in Tamil Nadu it is happening. The governor said, here only people say that.
Yes, then Mr. Jagdishwaran, a governor he's expected to be apolitical, but if there is a crisis of this nature, when it has been said that perhaps Tamil Nadu is the most atrocity-prone state for Dalits and scheduled tribes, according to MHA in July 2022, then should the governor stay silent?
I'm not asking to be silent. I'm asking to be very neutral. He's doing this on purpose. He's doing this on purpose again and again. That's what his point is. Not pointing to UP. He's not pointing to Rajasthan. When compared to others, yes,
he's the governor of Tamil Nadu. Why will he point towards UP and other states?
No, he is projecting in such a way that only it is happening in Tamil Nadu. He's saying it is happening everywhere. It's not. First of all, as I said, it's not a crisis. There is no crisis involved. See, there are issues happening. There are issues that needs to be taken care, that needs to be dealt strictly with law and order. But as he puts it, he's saying like as if this is happening. You see, UP, the number of cases, it is like 48,000 or something in a year. So which means there are hundreds of cases happening in one day. When compared to Tamil Nadu, this is much more. See, in Tamil Nadu, it is not that number.
Okay, I can see Mr. Kurian as well. Mr. Kurian, good to have you back. Okay, I think, yes, good to have you back. Where do you stand? The Prime Minister, remember, has said, okay, we seem to have lost that line with him.
Maria.
Yes, yes. Yes, Mr.
Maria,
Tirupati,
see,
boliye.
The governor has not said that it is only happening in Tamil Nadu. First of all, I strongly condemn Jagadeesan for saying this. Again, he is reiterating. It is not so. The governor said that in this state, people say that they are the saviors of social justice. They claim that they are they have saved social justice. It is not so. He has been very, very clear. He said very clear. You need to understand this. So what he has said is, why should you compare? He is the governor of Tamil Nadu. He has got each and every right.
Okay, Mr. Kurian, where do you stand on this issue, particularly when we look at what the Prime Minister said recently, that the Congress has misused Article 356 90 times. So, if anything, we have seen how the governor's office or Raj Bhavan has been almost like a political place. But in the case of raising concerns related to SCs or STs or Dalits of India, why should it be seen from the prism the way a DMK is attacking the governor's office?
Maria, I'll come back to your question. I would like to, for your audience, I would like to make it clear that Tamil Nadu is a state where the Dalits, be the scheduled caste and the scheduled tribes, are the status. BJP is trying desperately to make foothold in the non-BJP ruled states, and in this case, the governors they're not following their own constitutional duties. They're trying to be more political in this case, and I'm sure that Tamil Nadu has a special amendment as far as the Dalits are concerned. And so, in the perspective, the entire thing is just to malign the image of the DMK governance in Tamil Nadu, because BJP is not able to, by hook or crook, trying to use the governor in this scenario. So it's nothing but trying to malign the image of the government of the Tamil Nadu. Yeah.
No, but
I just need to intervene here. Just 1 minute.
Yes,
The
Mr.
DMK
Mayappan,
constantly keeps talking. The DMK constantly keeps talking about the oath of affirmation and the governor's duty. Article 115 of the Constitution clearly portrays what the oath is. And in the oath, it clearly says his duty that I will devote myself to the service and well-being of the people of Tamil Nadu is what it says. So if the governor is asking these questions, he is devoting himself in his service, asking questions on behalf of the people for their well-being. If the state government and the political party that's in office today is not happy with it, that is the oath of affirmation that comes from the Constitution. They simply want the governor not to act in accordance with the Constitution. That is their intention today. They can compare themselves, they can take statistics. All that I want is, when it's my state, my country, I want it to be number one, no matter what. I don't want a single incident. The state government will have to take responsibility. They cannot fly it away and say the governor is making it political. When there is an incident, the law and order in the state is with the state government. And in this matter, the chief minister holds law and order. Here, he controls the home ministry. Then the questions obviously will have to be asked.
No, but Mr. Mayappan, the question is that there is a precedent that the governor has been taking on the state government. Yes, on this issue, he is right, because it is about atrocities against Dalits. The governor is well within his rights as the constitution watch of the state to raise such a concern. But what about his general action? And that is the reason why the DMK, the ruling government, is suspicious of it. Jagdishwaran, Mr. Jagdishwaran, quickly.
See, even, I mean, what the thing is, even the governor address, he was leaving out the name of BR Ambedkar and Periyar. And suddenly, governor is very much, he's caring about the Dalits and Dalit atrocities. I don't get it. That's what he's doing this on purpose again and again. He's doing this on purpose. I mean, he's finding ways to malign the DMK. I mean, if you want to speak the facts blindly. Say, of all the states, Tamil Nadu is in 70th.
No, but are you not? No. But are you not making the governor a soft target? Because you want to take on the BJP, you realize that his office has become a soft target. Why don't you see this? Why don't you know?
Because as DMK
I am saying this purely from the prism that here is someone who is saying that there are crimes against Dalits, which has to be addressed. Look at it from that prism. Look at course correction. Look at addressing the issue. Look at ensuring that there's conviction of the criminals.
See, even on the conviction rate, the number he's saying, I don't think it's right. Even on the funds allocated to Dalits, I don't think that the number is right. 30% he's saying.
Narayan Tirupati, Ramaswamy Mayappan, Jagdishwaran.